I need a break. Please excuse me. I need to go for a smoke. I can't think right now. I need my cigarette break. It is my routine. Every 90 minutes, I step outside for a 5-minute smoke break. Having lots of breaks in between your stressful days certainly helps. But if you are trying to quit smoking, and if you think that cigarette breaks are the only way for you to get away from the stress, chances are you're going to have a tough time trying to quit smoking. Unless you understand these 3 very important points which I will reveal to you by the end of this video. Hey everyone, this is Eddy here, and as a therapist, I help my clients who wish to quit smoking to finally quit without cravings and anxiety in as little as just 1 session. Many smokers feel that having a cigarette break is their only gateway to allow them to have a break from a stressful day, or to allow them to be able to think when everything is happening at the same time. So there's nothing that can come between them and their well-deserved cigarette breaks. It doesn't matter if their colleagues had to wait for them, or if their family had to sit in the car while they go out for a smoke. It's as if that they have a free pass to allow them to get out of all these situations just by having a cigarette break. So what's the problem with that? There's no problem until the day when you decide to quit smoking. And you realize that you're going to give up this free pass. You won't be able to take a break anymore. You're always going to feel stressed, and it will multiply throughout the day. You can't get away from your annoying colleagues or your in-laws just by saying that you want to go for a cigarette break. All these privileges are suddenly taken away from you as soon as you stop smoking. So what can you do? Typically what happens is you will try to quit smoking and you go through a struggle because you still want to go for that break. But you tell yourself that you do not want to smoke because smoking is not good for you. But the more you tell yourself this, the more this voice within you tells you that you need to go for a break. And it doesn't listen to you. It seems to believe that the only way to get out of this stressful situation is to go for a cigarette break. And finally, you give in. And as soon as you take a puff, it feels so good. Suddenly, all the stress has been released from your body. But what happens next? You feel guilty. You feel disappointed that you had no control over this voice, over this need to smoke. And you feel defeated and you can't help it. And unfortunately, this cycle repeats. Fortunately, you have come to this video. Here I will share with you 3 very important tips on how our mind works, which can help you to allow yourself to understand how you can make use of this knowledge to help you quit smoking easily. Our mind is wired to bring you to what is familiar and reject what is unfamiliar. Even from the day that we were all born, babies always want to be in a very familiar space. They love it when they're always in the same environment, eat the same food, be with the same people. This gives them a sense of security and they feel very safe. The same happens when we grow up. We tend to like to interact with people with common interests with us or speak the same language with us. And whenever we go to a place which is unfamiliar, we have this feeling that we do not like it, that we want to get away from this unfamiliar place. This means when our mind is so familiar with having cigarettes and using the cigarettes as a free pass to get away from all these stressful moments, you will always be drawn to having a cigarette. Your mind is definitely not going to let this go. Our mind always does what it thinks we want it to do. even though it may look good or may not look good, or if it's healthy or unhealthy, it will just follow what you want it to do. So when you tell yourself, I need to smoke in order to cope with the stress, I need to take a break from all these boring meetings, and smoking is the only way to do it. That is exactly what your mind will understand. It will drive you towards smoking because it is trying to bring you away from the stress, to bring you out of this difficult situation by giving you the cigarette break that you need. And you suddenly feel the cravings to smoke when you're very stressed, when you feel that you need a break, because this is what the mind is doing to you, to give you these cravings when it thinks that you are stressed, when it thinks that you need to get out of a situation. And the more you fight this craving, the more your mind will want you to smoke. In the battle between logic and emotion, unfortunately, emotion always wins. This is especially true when you try to tell yourself that smoking is bad for your health. It's expensive, it's not worth it, and it's just not beneficial for you. Your mind is not going to listen to that. All your mind knows is that smoking makes you feel good. It allows you to release the stress. And again, the more you try to fight this battle, the more you're going to lose, because emotion always wins. Many of my clients have tried to quit smoking and they just cannot successfully quit. If only there's a pill out there which you can take and just switch off that cravings that you have to allow you to not smoke anymore. How much would you pay for this pill? You've tried nicotine patch, nicotine gums, other products in the market, and they just don't work. Well, now since you know a bit more of how your mind works, you certainly have a better chance in trying to quit smoking. But knowing the recipe on how to bake a cake doesn't guarantee that the cake will turn out well at the end of the day. Wouldn't it be easier if you allowed the experts to handle it? If you went to the shop to buy a cake that is already done so well, and all you need to do is just to enjoy the cake. If you are curious on how therapy can help you in your journey to quit smoking, feel free to schedule a call with me and we will have a chat about this. Give yourself a chance to finally experience what it feels like to break free from smoking and to enjoy the breaks from the stress without having to smoke another cigarette.